Good morning. I know you see half of me, YouTube. Hang on just a second. I'm getting, this is the stand. Getting the live going on Facebook. Okay, there's that. Okay, good morning, everybody. I think it's just 4 of us so far, and maybe that's it because it's so pretty today. I am good for you for being here on this pretty day. I promise not to go long so that you are able to get out and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful weather. If you can hear me on YouTube, if you give me, I got a couple of thumbs up. If you just give me a couple of thumbs up so I know. I think I got 2. I think the thumbs up was probably in response to me saying I wasn't going to go long so that you could go outside. Okay, good. It looks like everybody's here. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. I think I see Sean. Good morning, Sean, popping in over there. So we're just giving it a couple of minutes while everybody comes in. Nope, I'm keeping that. Just a couple of minutes while everybody comes in. Good morning, Carol. Good morning. Beautiful day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. So nice. I didn't even wear my boots into the car. Normally, I have boots on to go from the house to the car to in here. And then I change into flat shoes and no socks because I don't want my feet to get cold. And today, I didn't wear any boots at all. So that's the first time in 2021 that's happened. All right, good morning, good morning. I don't have my watch. I think we're just getting to 10 a.m. So let's just, and I will tell you, if you are on Facebook, I do have slides today. So if you want a readable view of the slides, go over to our YouTube channel. It's just Unity of Appleton. Search Unity of Appleton on YouTube and you will find us. So if you want a readable view of the slides, you'll need to hop over there. All right, so let's take a moment, shall we? Let's take a moment to take a breath together and really bring all of ourselves to this moment, our essence. Let's call it up together. So here we are. I'll invite you to close your eyes or relax your gaze and allow my words to be the words of your heart. Let's take a breath together in through our nose and out. Here we are, just allowing this moment to be exactly as it is. Take a moment to turn our attention inward as we focus on the pressure of our feet on the floor. Maybe we notice the temperature of the room on our skin. As we pause, we are allowing the fullness of who we are in this moment, our essence. This essence has the qualities of joy and peace and love and wisdom. And we are affirming that it is our essence that is doing the listening and the talking here this morning. We are here for a mighty purpose, and that is to feel the energy of our essence, our connection to God, our connection to one another, our connection to all that is. I affirm that in this time, I will be pointed toward my own wisdom, my own knowing. I will be pointed toward the experience of God. I am here. I am open. Let's begin. So I invite you to bring your attention back to this moment in time and space. YouTube just went a little cuckoo birds, but I am having faith that it is going to work just fine. So there's been something on my mind and in my heart for a couple of weeks, and it's been in my awareness, and I have known that I wanted to bring it to all of us to ponder, to hear. And so this actually comes from, I think it's Adi Ashanti, or there's another spiritual teacher, and I'm not quite sure who it is, but we're all one. So let's go with that. Says that the connection that we crave, and certainly during this moment, we can all attest that we are feeling this kind of craving for connection. And Adi Ashanti says that the connection that we are craving is actually essence to essence connection, right? So my essence is craving the connection with your essence, right? And that is what really draws us to one another, to be in relationship of any kind, whether it's working relationship or friendship or neighbors or spouses or partners. What we are craving is that essence to essence connection. And Brene Brown, I already did that. Brene Brown does a talk, and this talk is called The Anatomy of Trust. And some of you have probably listened to it, and I want to go over it here, but I want to do it through the lens of this knowing that what we are craving right now, that connection that we're craving right now, is actually my essence craving the connection with your essence, right? So Brene Brown does a talk on the anatomy of trust, and Brene Brown, we all know this probably, but I'll just refresh your memory. She is a researcher. So she has done a ton of research on lots of things. She's done research on shame. She has amazing TED Talks. And one of the things that she did research on was the anatomy of trust. So she recognized that we say to each other, I trust you. I can't trust you. I can't trust you. And it's such a big thing to say. And she wanted to really unpack that. And she wanted to get to the bottom of what is it that makes us trust one another. And when I went back a couple of weeks ago and listened to this talk again, I was pointed toward the knowing that this is not just about trust. What she's talking about is this is how we show up from our essence in relationships. So we can use this certainly to understand what makes us trust someone or not trust someone. And we can also use it as a barometer to say, how am I showing up? Am I showing up in this relationship, to my neighbor, to my friend, to my colleague, to my spouse? Am I showing up from my essence? And here's how I can know. So she does this acronym, okay? And the acronym she uses is called BRAVING. And she called it braving because she recognizes that trust is really about braving connection with each other, right? And so in this acronym, she unpacks these qualities that are needed in order to trust. And I am saying that, yes, we need them in order to trust, but we also need them as a guide to how can I show up from my essence. Okay, so the first is boundaries, right? So boundaries. This is, I trust you. I am showing up from my essence when you are clear with your boundaries. So this is essence to essence connection, right? When I trust you, when you are clear with your boundaries and you hold them, and you are clear with my boundaries and you respect them. Isn't that something, right? Isn't that something? Because we say we're all one, right? We're all love at our core. So why would we need boundaries for essence to essence connection? The reason why is because as long as we appear to be human, we are meant to have the human experience. And in order to have the human experience in its fullness, one has to have boundaries, okay? So this is how we know if we're showing up from our essence in this connection with another person. It's also how we can know when we feel like something is off and we can't quite tell what it is in a certain connection with another. We can look and say, are they holding their own boundaries and respecting mine? The next one, the R, is responsibility. Oh, no, it's reliability. Guys, don't look at that. It is not responsibility. I love it. It's actually reliability, and I'm going to stand right in front of the slide. Good thing Facebook, it's backwards. So reliability. You do what you say you're going to do, but not just once. So reliability is you do what you say you're going to do over and over and over again, right? So, and I can tell if I am showing up from my essence in a connection with another person if I do what I say I'm going to do, not just once, over and over and over again. Reliability, not responsibility. Reliability. So, A is accountability. This is when you make a mistake, you own it, you apologize for it, and you make amends. And I allow that of you. I can know that I'm showing up for my essence when I allow you to make a mistake, own it, apologize for it, and make amends. I can know that I am showing up from my essence in this connection when I make a mistake, I own it, apologize for it, and make amends, right? So accountability. Can you feel that this is essence? This is our essence. We can know. I've told you guys this before, but one of the things that really had me commit to my spiritual journey, that had me commit to this journey of becoming, was I wanted to like me, right? I wanted to like the person that put my head on the pillow every night. And so I said, darn it, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go on a journey of becoming somebody that I like, somebody that I admire, right? And so accountability. I love this one. V is the vault. Okay. So the vault is what I share with you, so you can know you're showing up from your essence. If what I share with you, you hold it and you do not share it with someone else, right? You put it in the vault. I can know that I am showing up from my essence if what you share with me, I hold it and I do not share it. And there's another part to this vault that she talks about, and that is I know that you are showing up from your essence when other people's stories are safe in your vault, right? So in other words, if someone tells you something, you do not then go and tell me. When that happens, I know certainly I'm not building trust, and I know that you are not showing up from your essence, and it makes me not trust you, right? It makes me not trust you. And why are we talking about connection? Why are we talking about essence to essence connection? We're talking about it because we're craving it right now, certainly because we've been apart for so long, but we're also talking about essence to essence connection because that is what we are here to do. We are here to show up from each other, for each other, from the truest, deepest, wisest, most loving part of ourselves. This is what we owe to our brothers and sisters. And this is how we will heal the divide that's happening right now. Okay, so the vault. What I share with you, you keep it, you hold it in confidence. What someone else shares with you, you keep it, you hold it in confidence, you don't share it with me. Same thing. I can know that I'm showing up for my essence when I put things into the vault as well. Integrity. Okay, so she said, Brene Brown says that she doesn't like anybody else's definition of integrity. And so she kind of unpacked it and decided what she meant. Now, one of the things that we do here at Unity of Appleton is we say what our values are, right? And one of our values is integrity, right? And what we also say in Unity is that it is not just enough to say our values, but we must also live them. And that is integrity. Brene Brown described it this way. Integrity is choosing courage over comfort, choosing what's right over what's fun, fast, or easy, and practicing my values, not just professing them, right? So I can know that I am showing up from my essence when I practice the values that I say that I hold. If my values are honesty, when I practice honesty, when I show up as being honest, that is integrity, and that is showing up for my essence. And the same with you. Non-judgment. Well, this is a no-brainer, right? We know that our essence doesn't judge, right? Remember the acronym is BRAVING. We know that our essence doesn't judge. Non-judgment. This is the way she described it. She said, non-judgment is that I allow you to fall apart and struggle without judging you for it. It is also that you allow me to fall apart and struggle and not judge me for it. Non-judgment. It's the recognition. This is how we know if the connection we have with another person is that truest, deepest kind of connection. That love to love, my love to your love kind of connection. One of the things that I heard, who said it? I think it was Oprah. I'm not quite sure, but she said relationships succeed or fail based on true essence to essence connection. This is why a relationship succeeds, and it's also why a relationship fails. If we do not show up from our essence, if you do not show up from your essence in our connection, then it will ultimately fall away. And we'll get another chance with somebody else, right? But that is the measure of, will this relationship succeed? Am I showing up from my non-judgment with boundaries, with reliability, with accountability, with the vault, with holding things in the vault? So non-judgment. And the last one is G, and it's generosity. And I love this. This is that I assume the most generous thing about your words, intentions, and behaviors. And then I check in with you. I'm going to explain that in just a second. And it's that you assume the most generous thing about my words, intentions, and behaviors. And then you check in with me. What this means is if someone messes up, right? If someone doesn't show up for us in a way that is loving, if we are hurt by someone, right? So in an essence to essence connection, I'm going to assume the most generous thing about you, and that is that you care about me despite how you showed up. But I'm also going to check in with you. I'm going to be honest and come to you and say, when you did that, it really hurt me. When you said that, it really hurt. And I know that you care about me, and I want you to know that I'm thinking about this, and it's really hard for me to get close to you right now because that happened, right? So I'm assuming the most generous thing about you, but I'm also checking in with you about it. See, that's the thing. We hold each other. This is where passive aggressive behaviors can come in, right? If we don't do that piece, the check-in piece, even if I'm going to assume the most loving, generous thing about you, maybe I do that once and then something else happens and I do it again. But all the time, I'm kind of keeping score. And I'm not able really to let it go because I haven't come to you and brought it to the light and shined the light of our consciousness on it. And that is deep, true essence to essence connection. We are called to be love in the world. And we are also, and part of that being love is requiring it of others, right? We love ourselves enough to expect it from another and to ask for it. What I love about this acronym is that it really helps us to give language to what essence to essence connection is. It helps us to have language. It helps us to know, when you're in, you have a connection with somebody, your neighbor, your friend, your spouse, your child, and you go, something's off and I just don't know what it is. If you go through this acronym and you go, Am I showing up with boundaries? Are they showing up with boundaries? You can kind of go through the list and go, oh, yeah, reliability. No, over and over again, he said he was going to do this, but he hasn't. No wonder why I'm not trusting, right? No wonder why. What's important is that we allow each other to screw up, to apologize, and to make amends, right? It's okay that we are not perfect. It is okay that someone else is not perfect, right? We are all here doing the best we can with what we have from where we are. So if I can give myself some generosity, right? If I can give you some generosity, the other thing she said is, you cannot give what you do not have. So if I am not generous with myself, I will not be able to require it of you. I will not be able to ask you to be generous to me because I don't know how to be generous to me. So we can go through this acronym also and say, am I showing up for my essence, for this human being that I appear to be, right? We talk about this all the time. My number one job, as long as I appear to be this woman, Lydia, my number one job is to show up for her and to love her through this whole human journey. And so we give these things to ourselves too. You know, boundaries are a gift we give to ourselves. Reliability is a gift we give to ourselves. Also responsibility, if you read the slide. Can you feel that? I didn't know why this talk of hers kept coming to me, but I could just feel that there was something important about it right now. And I really, really think that it is about this craving for connection that we all have right now. Was it a couple of days ago, I watched the first show that actually where they wore masks and they addressed the fact that there was a pandemic, right? And it was a show that I'll just tell you what it is. It's called Bull. And I really love the show, and it's been on many seasons, but I actually haven't seen a lot of the seasons because I didn't watch TV for a long while. That's what happened with the pandemic. I got introduced to TV once again. But the latest season, I saw that I had it on Prime Video, and so I went, oh, I'm going to check this out. So I turn it on, and they are acknowledging this pandemic, right? They go literally the first day. It's like they're all getting into the elevator, and they're like, well, they say it's only going to be a month or two. Okay, I wonder what we're going to do. And it really was, it was true, you know, and it's the first time I saw a show talk about it, put masks on, the whole thing. And as I was watching, I had this thought, I really just want to hug people. You know, I had this desire, this want to hug people. And I recognize that right now, I believe that we are all craving that connection. And I believe one of the gifts of this time where we haven't had it is that we can come back together again in a new way, in a deeper way, right? In an essence to essence way. And we can understand that that true connection has to have all of these ingredients. If it's my essence showing up in our connection, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like braving. If your essence is showing up in our connection, it's going to look like braving. And if we're not coming together from our essence, that relationship will fall away. Doesn't mean won't come back. It just means that relationships succeed or fail based on that essence to essence connection. Okay, let's take a minute to kind of soak that in with prayer. So I invite me to just close our eyes, take a breath, breathe out. In this moment, I am noticing my want, my desire for connection. I recognize that what I am craving is the essence of another. What I am craving is my own essence. I know that I deserve that essence to essence connection. And in this moment, I affirm that I will show up in my relationships from my essence. And in the moments where I don't, I will forgive myself. I will own it. I will apologize for it. I will make amends for it. And I will love me through it. And I will do the same for another. I can feel that this human experience is about learning to embody the love that I am. To be the love of spirit, the love of God here on this planet with another, with my neighbor. I'm committed to it. And I just take a moment to become aware of my heart. I breathe into it and out. I open up my heart, knowing that I am always divinely led and protected. It is safe for me to have connection. And it is right and good that I would ask for that connection to be an essence to essence connection. Love is here. I am ready. Let's begin. And as you are ready, you can open your eyes and bring your attention back to this moment. So, the daily word. The daily word is a Unity Worldwide publication. You can find it at dailyword.com. And I chose a different day because I felt like this was a good one for this Sunday. So it's actually from Friday, March 5th, but the word is renew. And the affirmation is, I give myself loving care. I love it. I give myself loving care. I take time today for my favorite renewal practices. I am careful to choose activities that bring peace to my mind, vitality to my body, and make me more receptive to the presence of God within. I may care for my body with exercise, or I may freshen my look with a haircut or new clothes. I may pray and meditate to become more attuned spiritually. As I make positive changes or try new approaches, I am renewed in mind, body, and spirit. It is as if the shining sun is illuminating a new path, a new awareness within me. The sun always shines, even on the cloudiest days. The light of God is always within me, even when I am not aware of it. I am renewed as I attune myself to the presence of God within, and my divine light shines brilliantly. And the verse is Psalm 113:3. From the rising of the sun to its setting, the name of the Lord is to be praised. The spirit that is within me, the light of God that is within me. All right, our vision, a world powerfully transformed through shared spiritual awakening, powerfully transformed through essence to essence connection. I know, you didn't have to say that part, you made it up. Mission, advancing the movement of spiritual awakening and transformation through unity, a positive path for spiritual living. And our values that we don't just profess, but we embody, yes? Abundance, acceptance, community, diversity, integrity, joy, and love. And we celebrate our children. Unity of Appleton sees the divinity in all children and nurtures their unfolding spirituality. And we'll do our moment of gratitude. So what we know, and I got this knowing deeply through Brene Brown. The recognition is that joyful people are grateful people, and we recognize that there is an energy of gratitude that lives within us all of the time. That is that light of God that is within us, and we can wake it up. We can call it forth in any moment. And so let's do that together now. I invite you to close your eyes and bring to mind something, a person, a situation, something for which you feel thankful. Now smile. Breathe in. And in your mind or aloud say, thank you. Thank you. There, we did it. We concentrated on that energy of gratitude for 15 seconds, ensuring that we are drawing more to us, more moments, more things in our lives for which we can be thankful. And our affirmation of prosperity. Thank you so much, everyone, for continuing to give. We had our annual meeting last week and went over just how beautiful 2020 has been for us and how prosperous we as a community have been. Thank you so much for continuing to give to our community. We will be back together in the walls very, very soon. And the reason why that is the case is because you all continue to give and support us. We are very, very, very grateful. So let's do our affirmation of prosperity. Unity of Appleton is alive with the energy of spirit, in the flow of divine abundance, and radiant with unlimited possibilities. And our celebration of giving and receiving, what I like to remind us is that anytime that we are giving money, even making a purchase, giving our time, if we can be in the space that this celebration of giving and receiving calls forth from within us, if we can be in that energetic space through our giving, what we are doing is ensuring that we are giving from our essence and showing up from that, and also calling forth more abundance to us. And so divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I joyfully give and willingly receive. I give in love, and I trust God as my source. And we'll do our prayer of protection. So everybody will see you at Zoom. And since it's a little early, 10:30, hop on over there. Let's do it, quick like 10:35. That way we can have a great Zoom discussion and also get out there and enjoy the sunshine. So if you are not a part of our In the Walls community, I encourage you to join our Unity of Appleton community Facebook group. And in that group is where we put the link to our Zoom discussion that we have every Sunday. And it is a beautiful time and a beautiful discussion. Prayer for protection. We'll do it together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Okay, I'll see you in a minute over on Zoom, everybody. See you in a minute. See you in a minute. Here we go. See you in a minute, everybody.